What's going on, guys? I have a brand new video review for you today. I'm going to be reviewing a book, and that book is a kind of a medical sci-fi kind of thriller. Definitely more of a thriller than anything. This is The Girl at the Bar by Nicholas Nash. In this book, a one-night stand turns into a nightmare as the lives of several people get ensnared in a deadly kidnapping missing persons plot. Now, in all fairness, I have to say that I was given this book by the author in exchange for a fair and honest review. So all opinions are my own. Just throwing that out there. A psychological thriller. More twists and turns than a country road. Gripping characters. These are just three ways I would describe The Girl at the Bar by Nicholas Nash. The story focus is on Rebecca, who is a brilliant cancer researcher who has kind of discovered a breakthrough in the field. But suddenly, after a one-night stand, she disappears. Her disappearance happens to correlate during a high-stakes battle between two big cancer research firms who are run by billionaires who are going at each other's throats. And she is kind of caught in the middle. Both billionaires find themselves stepping into a chain of events they could not have foreseen happening. And when the bodies start piling up, things are sure to get complicated. Everyone is a suspect and a possible victim as the plot thickens during her absence. Who took Rebecca? And who is the deeply disturbed psychopath who has her? Or what did he do with her? Those are all the questions that begin this story, but as you'll soon learn as you read it, more and more questions will arise, and you'll be going through twists and turns that you will not have seen coming. There are some really good plot points in this novel that I enjoyed a lot. One such plot point involved a character. I'm not going to give away details because it's a spoiler-free review, pretty much. But one character is revealed to suffer from mental illness. And when I first read it, I was a little worried because I hate in books when, writers will use mental illness as kind of like a scapegoat for explaining away the actions and kind of paints a broad stroke across the mental illness field, per se, pretty much making anyone with a mental illness, a possible violent person. But what they did in this book was actually excellent and fought against that stereotype. Gave a character mental illness, but had him fight and rise above that classification, that part of himself, to show that he was much more than his illness. I was also very fascinated with the detailed research that went into this book. You really get to understand a better understanding of cancer research through this book, and I definitely have a better understanding of it, and I don't even know a tenth of what cancer researchers know. After reading this book, I really do have a better understanding of what the stakes are in this field and some of the deep emotions that go into researching this really vicious disease. The plot was definitely strong in this book, as were the characters, who were all very different, but had a really strong tie into the plot itself. From the police investigating to the crime, to the suspects of the kidnapping, to the innocents who were caught in the crossfire of this deadly game that's being played. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, because you guys came here for my honest review, and this is not a knock to the author at all, because I actually really enjoyed this book. There were a few, just a couple here and there, grammatical errors and spelling errors that I saw, a little bit of repetitive, wording here and there. But to be honest, it was so far spread apart from one another that it didn't really hinder my enjoyment of the book at all, and I actually really enjoyed and got invested in these characters. I found myself reading more and more and faster so I could find out these new plot twists and where they were going. So yeah, there were a couple grammatical things here and there, a little bit of repetitiveness, but nothing that would throw any reader off of wanting to read this book. I definitely would recommend it. Overall, this was a fantastic thriller that every thriller fan in the genre should read. It was really well done. It had a great plot. It did an excellent job of exploring a disease that, you know, we all kind of know exists, but we don't really ever get into the gritty detail of how vicious it is. What was really interesting to me is that as you read the story, you'll kind of find that the villain of the story, the antagonist, is definitely a mirror image of the disease itself. Definitely vicious and brutal in its both their attacks, and unpredictable as well. It was really well done, the mirror imaging of the antagonist with the disease. It did a really great job to kind of enhance the story that much more. This is definitely a must-read novel, so I highly recommend that you guys go read Nicholas Nash's The Girl at the Bar, which just released February 1st, so it's available now. I highly suggest you go on Amazon and other bookstores. Go pick up your copy of that today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. All my social media links are down below if you want to come chat and say hi to me on all those social media sites. Got a question or a comment, you want to tag me in something, all of those links are down below. If you want to read my full review of this book, that link is also down below for my blog, authoranthonyavina.tumblr.com. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd also appreciate it if you could leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That means so much to me if you did. And you guys can check out more of my book reviews coming up and my other videos by hitting that bell button next to the subscribe button. That'll tell you every time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys, and I'll see you next time for a brand new video. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.